You know, if I had a dollar for every time somebody told me that Aquarius are mean, I would have like $1 million, maybe even $1 billion at this point in my life. Just the other day, somebody said to me in the comments section, I love Oprah. I'm gonna tell y'all right out, she's my crush, and she's been my crush since the '80s. I know she's not a traditional person that people are crushing on. She's not like Meg Thee Stallion or something like that, but her intelligence and I mean, like, oh my God, her vibe, like, oh my God, she is my boo, okay? So this person was saying in the comment section, oh, I heard she's mean in real life. And I was laughing because I was like, every Aquarius, they say we're mean in real life. Are you serious? They said the same thing about Ellen. They say the same thing about me. People always say I'm mean. And I'm not mean to them until it be what it is, okay? So today we're going to talk about why are Aquarius constantly accused of being mean. This is a common thing people say, and I've talked about it many times in the past, but people still say it, and they're always going to say it. I know it. But I wanted to go more into it because the other Aquarius was like, yo, that ain't fair. So I told him I would talk a little bit more about it, but you know, I don't expect people to stop thinking that we're mean. And some of us are mean, as you're getting ready to hear. But I do think it's good to at least speak up on it, you know? So my name is QueenAusetHeru. And thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and pass it to anybody and everybody in your neighborhood. Send it to the whole hood. Everybody, right? And leave us a positive comment. Tell me, do you know any mean Aquarius? And do you know any Aquarius who are not mean? I would love to know if you know both or just one. And if you want to get a reading done, please feel free to hit me up on social media or in my email. Underneath this video is all my information. I would love it if you would send me a gift from my Amazon wish list. No pressure, of course. But if you so choose. Somebody sent me this really cute ear cuff with the butterflies, and I was like, oh, this is so cute. I don't know who sent it though. It's a mystery, so I'm still trying to figure out. So if it was you, please let me know. Also, my Patreon is underneath this video and a whole bunch of other information, so please check underneath this video, okay? So why are Aquarius always accused of being mean? All right, first of all, and most importantly, I'm gonna just shoot from the hip. Aquarius don't like bullshit. Like, seriously, I don't have a lot of tolerance for stupid shit. I don't have tolerance for negativity, nonsense, anything I don't want to hear. Like, you know, stuff that has nothing to do with me. Like, I don't want to hear none of that. Like, unless it's something that I need to address or something that has to do with me or something that's important, I don't want to hear none of the drama and bullshit that most neurotic ass people are spitting these days. That's straight up from the hip, no chaser. And a lot of Aquarius feel that way. So that does make us seem kind of mean because it's just like, oh God, come on, you know? But really, seriously, it's just we don't have time for the bullshit. Aquarius have very little tolerance for bullshit. So a lot of times that does make us look mean. Now, on top of that, some Aquarius are mean. And I seriously believe that anybody of any zodiac sign who's mean is usually in pain. People who feel good and are happy are generally not mean. They walk around with a smile on their face and, you know, they kind of just, you know, they help people, they're kind to people, or they leave people alone, they stay in their own lane. So I feel like people who are mean are probably in some type of pain. And I think this is very common for Aquarius because Aquarius often have pain that we're not addressing. I don't do this anymore. I've, you know, grown out of it because I realized it's unhealthy and unproductive, but I did for a long time. And a lot of Aquarius do the same thing. They suppress, they repress, they don't deal with their emotions. And unfortunately, because of that, it does make them sometimes mean, standoffish, because when you feel like that, you usually have a wall around you. Anybody with a wall around them is going to appear mean to certain people, you know. But if you get to know them, maybe it's not that they're mean, maybe it's just that they're not trusting. Maybe it's that they've been wounded, you know. It's usually a reason for that. Now, I'm not saying that that makes it okay. Like, oh yeah, let them abuse you because they're wounded. It's fine. No, I wouldn't say that. I would say if you're around a person that's mean, that's on you. Stop being around people that's mean. If you think somebody's being mean to you, because I've been around mean people, guess what? I stopped fucking with them. So if you have an Aquarius and your Aquarius is mean, I don't care if they're in pain or not. You got to question yourself. Why are you hanging around a mean person? That doesn't make sense. I've been around mean people before and I ghosted them as quickly as possible. So that's what I'm looking at as far as like why some Aquarius are so mean. Also, Aquarius were telling me in the comments section that it's how you rub us. And I do agree with this as well. If you're kind to an Aquarius and treat them with respect, 9 times out of 10, unless they are severely mentally screwed up, that Aquarius is going to be kind back. A lot of Aquarius believe in, you know, giving the energy that they receive. I don't believe in this. I believe in giving the energy I want to give. And if you're somebody I can't give it to, I don't want to be around you, period. But some Aquarius feel like, okay, I'm going to give what you give me. So if you give me sweetness and kindness, I'm going to give it back. If you give me a stank ass attitude, I'm going to give it back. So some Aquarius truly believe that. So if an Aquarius is mean to you, you have to ask yourself, are they mean because they're just being mean? Are they mean because I did something to them? Because a lot of times when an Aquarius is mean, I know me personally, a lot of people who've accused me of being mean to them are people that have done things to me. So you do shit to me, then I don't want to be bothered with you, or I give you an attitude, or I cuss you out, or I'm stank. This is when I was young, you know, and now you looking at me. This used to happen to me with a particular family member. I won't say her name because she's kind of sensitive and she'll be hurt. But this particular family member would always say how I was mean to her, I was nasty to her, had a nasty attitude with her, I didn't talk to her, I don't treat her like family. This is what she always said about me. However, this fucking this person will go to my mother and talk shit about me. Okay? And my mother will come tell me what she said. So you talking shit about me to my mama. My mama came and told me what she said. Now, mind you, my mama wasn't innocent in this either. If this person was talking, I'm sure she was talking too. But she ain't tell that part. But she did tell me what that bitch said. Okay? So every time you come around me, I'm giving you an attitude and you can't figure out what's wrong. Maybe because you fucking talking about me like a dog every chance you get. So because of that, I don't fuck with you. I didn't cuss her out. I didn't say anything about it. I didn't even tell her that I knew. I just knew she said it because the stuff that my mother said was stuff that me and her talked about. So I knew that she said it. So instead of, you know, me really arguing with her, cussing her out, I just left her alone. I never said anything to her. I stopped inviting her to things. I stopped going to things that she had, and I just left her alone. Now I'm mean. For real. But you was talking shit behind my back. Okay? So this is the thing that I'm talking about. So with an Aquarius, you have to ask yourself, did you do anything? Because if you did something to that Aquarius, something sneaky like that, and the Aquarius found out or picked up on it or felt it, they might be mean to you. I'm not the kind of person anymore that's going to be mean. I'm just going to be absent. I'm one of those Aquarius that you just won't see anymore. You'll be wondering like, where'd she go? I ain't seen her in years. Yeah, you haven't seen me. I'm ducking you because I'm not going to be mean to you. I'm just going to leave you alone, you know? So that's another time that I see a lot of Aquarius talking about that. So are Aquarius mean? Aquarius aren't any meaner than any other zodiac sign. However, certain zodiac signs such as water signs and Aquarius have this moody thing going on. We can be kind of moody. And I really feel like that moodiness also goes back to vibration. Higher vibrational people in general, are kinder and less moody. So if you're around somebody and they're mean and moody, or if you're mean and moody, you have to ask yourself, where is your vibration? And a vibration can be high or low, and usually it's a pretty steady state. If your vibration is high, it probably stays high most of the time. And if it's low, it probably stays low most of the time. So the idea is to figure out, where is your vibration. So if you figure out that your vibration is low and you're kind of mean, you're kind of moody, do things to change that, such as healing work. You know? So if you come across an Aquarius and they're mean, it's probably one of these things. I really seriously think so. I remember listening to people when they were talking about Ellen, and they were talking about how mean Ellen was. And basically it was the same thing. It was basically that Ellen was not warm. She was not like, people come onto the show, she don't even talk to them until the show start, stuff like that. She wasn't warm. And I don't know why she wasn't warm. I don't know if she's low vibrational, mean, rubbed her wrong. I don't know any of that kind of stuff, because the honest to God truth is, none of us do. We don't know what was going on with Ellen. But it does make me wonder, because she's Aquarius, and Aquarius are often accused of this, I was telling you earlier about Oprah. Oprah's always accused of being mean. If Oprah says no, then she mean. You know what I'm saying? And I love Oprah. I told you guys earlier in the conversation, I love her. And the reason that I love her, even though I don't know her, I don't know her at all, but I love her because I'm only sitting here because of her. In 1999, a Leo gave me a book by Iyanla Vanzant. And the Leo saw the book on Oprah's show. That book is the book that got me into being a priestess. So that's why I love her, because my journey started with the spiritual journey that she was on. She was on a spiritual journey. And just from her journey, it blessed other people. And that's the humanitarian aspect of Aquarius. Maybe she's not a perfect person, And when somebody said that, oh, she's mean, I'm like, I wonder how many people think you're mean. Seriously, think about it. How many people behind your back say you're mean, or you're something else that you're not? You're mean, you're nasty, you're a slut. People always got judgments that they would just want to throw at you. But how many of those judgments are really real? So when it comes to people, Aquarius and anybody else, always question those judgments, because sometimes they don't come from an authentic or a fair place. So the Aquarius wanted you guys to know that they're not mean. That if you don't start none, it won't be none. Number one, if you treat them well, they'll treat you well back. Number two, don't be talking about them behind their back. Betraying them, disloyalty, backstabbing, that kind of stuff is not going to get you a kind Aquarius, So it's those kind of things. So it's like, if you're looking at a situation from that standpoint. Number three, if you have a mean Aquarius and they're truly being mean to you, and it's, you ain't got to deal with them and it's not your fault, don't deal with them. Don't deal with nobody of any zodiac sign that's not kind to you. Don't do that to yourself, because first and foremost, that's just emotional and cruelty and abuse that you're allowing to be inflicted on yourself. And if it's not necessary, then I wouldn't do it. Third, if you have an Aquarius that's mean to you and it's like a family member or something, sit down and talk to them. That person, that family member I mentioned before, never asked me. She talks about me behind my back to this day, but she never asked me why I stopped fucking with her. If she had just called me and said, I noticed you don't come by anymore, I would have told her. I would have been like, well, the things you say about me are really nasty. And we could have even had that conversation. But she never did that. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't care. I don't want to be her cut buddy, her friend, or nothing like that. We're cool. Where we are is cool. The way I am as an Aquarius, I like my circle small. So she can stay outside the circle. That's fine. I don't mind that. But if she wanted to change that dynamic, instead of complaining about it to other people, she could have just called me. Period, point blank. Now let's take a look at these positive comments. The first one came from Empress Zenquarian. Hey, Empress. Empress said, yes, reign queen in all your grace and divine antiquity. You are shining brightly and authentically. Have an amazing day. This was Halloween. And on Halloween, I was goddess all set. I had the outfit, the headdress, and everything. And I loved it because one of the things they always tell us as priestess is to embody the goddess. Don't just worship the goddess or work for the goddess. Like literally embody her. That's why I wanted to dress up like her. And I thought it was so cool. And it was cool. It was fun. Fun costume. I loved it. So you guys got to give me some ideas. I'm out of ideas for next year. You got to give me some ideas for next year's Halloween costume. Our next positive comment came from, it looks like Antoine Grady. I hope I'm right. I hope I said that right. Antoine has been publicly subscribed for 3 years. Oh, thank you for being here. That's awesome. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, guys. Subscribing, liking, and sharing and commenting are the 4 ways you can help any YouTuber that you like, because the algorithm is very cruel. And if you don't watch our videos and you don't subscribe to us, you don't like, you don't, kind of communicate, eventually our channel dies and it's over. So if you want Asking Aquarius to stay for years to come, I would be glad to stay with you, but I need engagement. I need your love and I need your engagement. So let's see, what did Antoine Grady say? QueenAusetHeru, your favorite Beatles song and 60s girl group tune. Laugh out loud. Okay, I looked it up to get the names right. My favorite Beatles song is I Want to Hold Your Hand. Of course, I'm a 3rd decan Aquarius. Of course. And my favorite girl group tune is Stop in the Name of Love by the Supremes. Now, these are 2 songs that I do like a lot. I don't listen to these groups a lot, though. If I'm listening to something from this era, it probably wouldn't be 60s. It would probably be 70s. I love Eric Clapton. Eric Clapton has 3 or 4 songs that I play on my playlist on repeat all the time. One of them is Layla. My favorite one is Wonderful Tonight. And Tears in Heaven. Oh my God. Like, what the heck? It's 3. It's those 3 with Eric Clapton. So 70s is where I'm at. Donovan. I don't know if Donovan is 60s or 70s. But Donovan has a song called Season of the Witch. Great song. Very great song. That song is also in the movie. What is that movie? Dark Shadows with Johnny Depp. It's in that movie. Love that song. So, yeah, but most of my musical tastes come from the 80s. As many of you already know, I'm an 80s baby. So I was born in 77, and the music I grew up with was all 80s. And Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Prince, Madonna, Peter Cetera, Phil Collins. And this is the stuff I still listen to this day. This is my playlist, White Snake. It was just so much good music back then. To me, that was my favorite time. All of the music was fun and loving. R&B was at its height. Oh my goodness, that was awesome. Patti LaBelle, I love Patti. God, can she sing? That was just an amazing time for music. I don't think music, I don't know, because I'm not a music connoisseur, but I just don't feel like music is ever going to be that good again. I just don't. It's very infrequent that I find a song now, like a new song, and be like breathtaking, And it does happen every once in a while. Somebody sent me a song by Her, H-E-R, and it was called Comfortable. Beautiful song. So it happens. It's just rare, okay? So, yep, those are my musical selections. So you guys, my phone is dying. So it's time for me to wrap up. You come back soon because I got so many more great things to say. See you later.